Hey, who wants to
Okay.
send us free theme music? A song
We
written
feel
about
like
us.
we need music. Like
We need to vibe.
we're feeling it and we need a little vibe music going. Oh goodness, girls. Okay. So we're talking about stepping into alignment in midlife. Okay. Because I want to just throw it out there that maybe this could be the best point in our lives. I think there's
Yes,
this overrated, like in your 20s, when I was in my 20s. Yeah, but like we were also not like we didn't know who we were in our
you
20s.
didn't have any money. You didn't know what you were doing. You
No, we
thought
were
that
naive.
no,
Yes.
no, no,
No.
no, no,
But
no,
now it's
no.
like we've had life experience, we have wisdom. Listen,
We have we have
what
property
was the quote?
taxes.
The quote I heard? Okay, the best is saying, listen, you 50-year-olds, you are the freshmen of the elderly. The
We look
freshman, you're the
good.
youngest of that class. Like we are not old, okay? Like I don't feel
We
old.
can go into any senior center and rock it. Like we can rock it.
I'm just saying we can bridge. We're in a place midlife, you're in a you can bridge either way. It's a beautiful place, right? Like and I'm just theorizing that perhaps this could be like the greatest point in your life. So don't give up. Like we need to be open to the fact that like we could do whatever we want right now in this time in our life.
Yeah, and without getting too like, ethereal or like, woo woo, like I
Yeah.
really do often say to myself like today's the day. Today is the day. Anything could happen. You can create, you can decide to do rekindle a friendship, start a walking journey or a journal or write a book or like really and you're
Yes.
reminding me of a conversation I had. My father-in-law is a pilot. So if you don't know about the pilot world, a lot of these pilots have planes after they retire. So they all sit around and talk about their planes and what they did and they solve the world's problems. And so one day I went over to the airplane hangar and they were all sitting there. They joke about it. They sit there all day and solve the world's problems. Not all day, but for lunch. So I walked by and they go, "How old are you?" And I said, I think at the time I was like 50 or 51 or 52, 51. And they look at me and they go, "Oh my gosh." They go, "That was the best decade." They're like, those years, like 50 to 65 ish. They're like, that's when I was at my best. I knew what I was doing. I wasn't insecure anymore. And I really do think, and I'm not cutting it off at 65. You can be amazing no matter what age you are, but they didn't have aches and pains like they did in their 80s because they were all in their 80s, right? So you're looking at like the senior-ish class saying
Mhm.
the 50s are
Exactly.
incredible.
Yes. Yeah. So like don't hold yourself back because of some dumb number you are. Like be like I want us to like just visualize for a second. Just like think about it, right? Think about it cuz I know Ange, you're still raising your kiddos, but a lot of us like the kids are slowly
Done.
leaving the house, okay? The kids are slow. I'm watching my last one is here and she's talking about marriage and I'm like, "What?" But she's slowly leaving, right? And so I have time in a different way. Now I've been putting that time in my career more and some creative projects, like obviously doing the podcast. And then I finally finished that dang book. It's not like published yet, but I've been pouring into project because I have time. And so I've been trying to, and I want you girls to do the same thing. Be thinking about like, what else do I want to do in this life? Like, what place have I not visited? Or what thing that I've always wanted to do, right? That
Yeah.
nobody knows about. Like, get into that. You're already moving in that in midlife into a more authentic place, right? Of like who you are, what you're tolerate, what you won't. Don't stay in the box. You don't have to
No.
who cares? I mean, with our hormones and things going on, we don't give a bleep. It's like, I don't care what you think anymore. Like, if you don't think I'm Christian enough because I've done this or that, fine. Think that, judge that. I don't care. I know my relationship with God. I don't need to be all right. If you don't think I'm this or that, who I'm over it. Be over it. This is a beautiful place to be over. It frees
Yep.
you to go beyond what people think into what do I want from my life? Because Time's of the essence.
It is.
It's of the, and we are not guaranteed. I've had close friends get diagnosed and pass away within a year, 6 months. It's like, oh my God, it smacks you in the face that like we need to be a part of this life, like all
It's
in
not a dress
each moment.
rehearsal. I say this all
No,
the time. I'm like, it's really happening. This is really
yes.
happening. Like it's real. We're in it. It's
Mhm.
happening. Move on. Like
Yeah.
it's real. Um, it's not a dress rehearsal. And I think I like to like categorize it into like, okay, the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, um, and then the existential probably. But like
Mhm.
what area do you want to like uh what are we calling it? Align with? Or what are we aligning to? Like I started because I really do want to do lifting. I feel like I haven't like mastered that. And so I'm starting to like, yeah. So I'm starting to like look at it and going back to the gym and I'm just like getting on the treadmill and lifting, like doing the little circuit cycle thing.
Yes. So good for our
St-
bones at this
just
age.
starting,
Lift
just
the weights, girls. Get in there.
yeah. So, but I mean, there might be a spiritual journey you want to go on. There might be
Mhm.
an existential journey. Maybe you've been thinking about something a lot and you want to process. Like
Mhm.
there's writing clubs, there's writing groups, there's paddle boarding. Like there's things that you can do outside of your comfort zone that you've never done
Yes.
that you just start. We just got paddle boards 2 years ago. This is our second summer with paddle boards coming up. It's so fun, and it's something I never did, and they have the inflatable ones now, and if you wait for a Prime Day, they're like $80 or $60, which I know is a lot, but it's not $300. So, like,
Mhm.
do something different. It's really interesting when you're on the paddleboard because we have a lot of, harbors where I live, little harbors, and, so you're in the neighborhood, but you're not in a car and you're not in the house. You're like on the water and you can see everything from a different perspective.
Mhm.
There's the random one or two guy who's in his like 70s but thinks he's in his 30s and he's like doing stuff and it's just all these like people that you meet from a different perspective. You're
Yes.
paddleboarding by a boat. Like do something out of your comfort zone, I think,
Yeah,
to
it's kinda
figure
like when
out.
I started backpacking, like, I had been raised as a camper with my go camping with my family growing up, and then all my cycling girls, we, stopped a lot of us stopped racing, and we it, like, shifted into backpacking, and I was super intrigued because I was like, "Oh, it seems like right up my alley." I love the forest, I love hiking, but backpacking is a whole 'nother level, totally different, you know?
Is
And
that the one where you tie the bed to the trees and you just like
I
rock
mean,
in
you
the little
can, but you basically have to buy, or in my case, I borrowed for several years, really lightweight equipment because everything is on your pack.
goes in your
So
backpack?
all your
Okay.
food is in a bear box and your tent's lightweight, everything's super lightweight. But of course, there's room for wine. We might wear the same sports bra for 5 days, but we're bringing our wine. Anyways, it's another story. But for me, it was this place of oh my god, like that
What
was an
about
alignment
bugs?
for me because we would hike to places I would never see. I would never see these spaces
That's
because it
true.
took 3 days in, and there's nobody there, and I'm connecting with these girls in a deeper way because it's hard. You're hiking, sometimes we've had hailstorm come in,
Oh
we've had
gosh.
crazy things happen, unexpected, right? Part of nature, but we had each other to be like, "Come on, girl, we gotta do this," and so there's something beautiful about trying something new. Now, you might try it and hate it, but at least you tried, right? At least you
It
tried.
sounds it sounds like it involves a lot of walking.
Well, yeah, it's like walking up,
I
walking
feel like
up.
there's walking involved. I feel like there's bugs. I feel like there's me thinking like, what if someone comes and murders me,
Well,
even
we
though
bring
there's nobody
just
there?
some bear spray, but
What if I slip and fall?
there's all these things, but, okay, so that's a good point.
Is it haunted?
We can
Haunted.
talk
There's no hauntings in
ourselves
there.
out of things, by bringing up all the what ifs that are negative. Or we can say, okay, and these are these things that maybe, and all these girls are doing it and they're inviting me. Should I try?
Yeah,
Right?
you
So, I
should.
mean, there's things in you, there's things that have been in you, and I think we did another episode on that before, that have just been, like, just kinda in there, and nobody
Yeah,
really knows that your secret desire is
a
to
seedling, a seedling.
learn, yes, is to learn, guitar, or to do a poetry slam night, like, because 'cause you've been writing poetry and nobody knows about it. Like, go for it. Like, this is the time to do it. This is the time.
I would rather stand up on stage and do, like, a stand-up comic routine in front of thousands of people than walk with potential bugs. I really would, and people would rather die than speak in public, but I'd rather speak in public
Yeah.
than die.
That's the beauty of the
Bugs.
human race, right?
We're we're all God's creatures. We're
We
all
we
different.
all like we all have different things, and that's fine. That's why you find your people, like, finding some people, because see, once you go do those things, then
Yeah.
you find people that do those things, right? I just had a girlfriend tell me, she literally texted me and said, "Okay, I finally went and hiked." And she goes, "Lisa, it wasn't one of your crazy hikes, but it was a hike in nature, and oh my gosh, it's so empowering as a woman to go into the forest and go on these hikes and experience things." She's like, I get it. I get you now. I didn't get it before, but it's, like, spiritual." And I was like, "I'm telling you, there's
I
something
know it's
powerful."
spiritual, but I hike. I we went to Bolsa Chica, and I don't consider that a hike. It's literally like a level walk. So then on our way back, there was a rattlesnake
Yeah.
in the path. And then 2 weeks later, some guy gets killed in Irvine by a rattlesnake bite. So there you go. See? I
And this is
saved
why,
my own
girls,
life by
this is
not
why
going
you don't
hiking.
do these things because no, I saw 3 rattlesnakes, 3 dead rattlesnakes on my bike ride yesterday. For 40 miles, I went on a bike ride. 3 dead, huge rattlesnakes in the road.
Who's
Girl,
killing
this
them?
is a part of doing things.
All right. All
We
right, I'll
have to
do it.
accept that there's gonna be some scariness on there, there's gonna be some challenge. You know how good you feel when you go do that thing you've been wanting to do for 20 years, and you
Yeah.
never did it?
Mhm.
How long did I watch my girls go horseback riding, learn, train, go there? Why didn't I ever do it? Why didn't I get on the horse? I should have. I should have learned how to ride a horse then. I look back and I'm thinking, "Dang it.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
I could freaking find a cowboy." That's another
That's what
podcast
comes into
today.
my head.
Where are you? Come to
We need
California,
cowboys.
leave Montana, and
They're the
come here.
farmers only there's a farmers only dating app, I think. I think it's
Girl,
farmers only.
I'm like, "Get
You don't
off the
wanna
dating
live
apps."
in
I'm like
Texas
over
right
it.
now.
Just
I
anyways.
know, forget about it. Back to the topic of
I'm investing
alignment.
in my life. I'm doing things that make me happy. Plant the garden, like, I don't know. I just think, again, midlife, you're getting more in tune with yourself. You're tolerating less BS. You're
True.
you're putting boundaries. You're saying, "No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to that thing." And so use that little bit of that badass, that little fire that's in you right now, whether that's hormones that are
Mhm.
off. I don't know what it is. Use it. Use it to push yourself into those places of doing the thing that maybe you were a little scared of. You didn't
I'm
want
not
to,
an
like, put,
endocrinologist, I don't know, but I'm just saying,
just
do
saying,
it. No, I
sometimes that
agree. I agree. I
that
agree. I
hot
think so.
flush that comes over you isn't the hormones. Maybe it's the fire in you that says, "Get out and do the thing." Maybe.
Anger is fuel. No, seriously, I do think that not what have you got to lose, but what have you got to lose at this
Yeah.
point?
No, I
I
watched this
mean,
whole podcast on the whole, she was talking about, it takes, like, 29 times for a person to, like, see you and say, "Oh, she's interested." 29 little, like, winks or, "Hey," or
wow.
whatever looks. She goes, "Just go up. Just go by the guy at the gym and go, 'Hey.' Just do it." She's like, "Who cares? Like, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna not say anything back? Fine. At least you
I'm
know."
telling
She's like,
you.
"We're wasting time with this 25 little looks, little glances, little if just go
Mm-mm.
say, 'Hey, hey.'" I've been practicing. "Hey."
Okay, go ahead.
That's why it's not working for me, girls. I don't got the "hey."
Oh my
No. Anyways,
gosh.
yes, like take the risk. What do we have to lose? What do we have to lose?
Alignment.
Failure.
Okay,
Accept it
spiritually.
before you start.
Spiritually, how do we find alignment? What do we do? Silent retreats are good. I've done that. If
I
you
mean,
haven't
I
found
think
time with
listening's
them.
a big thing. I think we talk about prayer, God. Like I'm definitely checking in more. Like, okay, I think I know and I don't. So God, I need to just pause and listen. Should I step in this? Should I not step in this? Are you blocking me from this person or this? Like I'm more in tune listening for sure.
You know what's funny? Carlotta used to say, Carlotta's my mentor of like 100 years. Oh my gosh, lifetimes. Love her. Anyway, she's gone. May she rest in peace. But she used to say, Angie, God's will is what is happening.
So pay attention.
So if they are not responding, you don't have to ask God what his will is. That's his will. It's not happening. Like what is actually happening is God's will. And I was like, oh, okay.
So interesting because I'm such an overthinker that I'm like trying to figure it out. I want to figure it out. And for me, like I want to push. I want to push into places that I should not push. So I have to be like something happens and I'm like it's like trigger
So,
response. I'm like, "Lisa, breathe. No. No. Check." Like, "Okay, God, you're clearly blocking right now. Let's just take a breath." Take a breath. But
so
maybe
far.
that's some of the wisdom of this age is we
Mm,
recognize we didn't always do it right. We don't always choose. We need some wisdom. We need to check in. Is that
yeah.
part of the midlife alignment?
Another thing that I found that I forget that I did and that was recommended to me in recovery was resist what you used to confront and confront what you used to resist.
Oh
So
God,
like,
write that
yeah,
down. Say it again.
resist what you used to confront and confront what you used to resist, or was it resist what you used to avoid and avoid what you used to confront? Like the things that we've been pushing on that aren't happening, let go of those. And the things that we have been avoiding, face those.
Face those.
And I think doing one thing a day is a good exercise too. One thing you do not want to do. And it might be a good thing for you. It might be something you, like you said, like I might need to go on that hike.
Let go on that walk.
What
And
if I
even if
hike at the
it's 10
mall?
minutes
What if I
versus
hike at the mall? Is that a hike? No
it's a walk.
rattlesnakes.
It's the point is to move your body,
Okay.
right? However that looks, and when you're first starting, it literally is 10 minutes. But at least you did the 10 minutes and then you try to do it again. And then after a couple weeks, you try to build upon it. I think that's true of anything. I just started my little paint by number thing. and
Oh,
and I was like, just open it and put it out there because I'm trying to like leave some space for creativity. And when things don't work out, instead of being like pushing for something else, I'm like, just be present, sit here, paint. And so even if I only can do a little bit, it's some over time that picture is going to get done. There's going to be progress there that I'm going to see. But that's a little
yeah.
investment. You know?
I started doing so I'm not an artist and I've never and when I say fine art, I'm not an artist. Like when you draw the apple and people know how to shade it and then it looks like an apple with like pencils.
Mhm.
But I started doing incorporating art therapy with my younger clients. And so what I would do was there's different exercises you can do, and some of those are good and I like those. But what I did find inspirational, especially for kids that were like in not necessarily like in affluent neighborhoods, was like, okay, pick an artist. So we would pick an artist, Picasso or Georgia O'Keeffe, whatever. And then we would pull their art up on the tablet and then pick one piece and then we would imitate it. And this all happens very quickly, like in a session, 20 minutes. And then
Mhm.
15 minutes, they just start pouring out all their thoughts and feelings while they're painting.
Mhm.
So I started this probably 5 years ago. Um, maybe four, no, five. And I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I did a Picasso yesterday that was really good, in my opinion.
Mhm.
And I started with just like you go to Walmart or Target and you get the paper that's multi-purpose, so you can use watercolor on it, right? Doesn't
Mhm,
disintegrate. You get the washable watercolors because it's cheap
mhm,
and you can wash it out of clothes, and a thing of paintbrushes, and like you can just do that. And I put on calming music.
mhm.
And it's just so, now I've gotten like it's a meditation almost, where it's peaceful, it's calming.
And
Um,
it's at home, right? I mean, I think that you start there maybe, right? And then you're like,
yeah.
"Okay, now I could maybe go to this." That might build the courage for you to then go do something else that you really wanna do, but you didn't quite have the courage to do it until you did something at home and saw success, you know? I mean, I know people all the time do that when it comes to fitness, where it's like, just start at home. Start right there. Like, start there, do a little bit until you feel like, okay, now I feel like I have the courage. I could go to the gym and I know how to work a
Mhm.
treadmill or I know how to, right? Like, it's baby steps. I mean, when I first started swimming, I went to the gym at the pool and it, like, the water tasted like cologne from, like the aerobics classes. It was gross. But I
Oh,
went because I was like, I don't have the courage to go to a master swim club. I'm not a swimmer, but I was trying to learn how to swim and I would literally go and watch other people swim and I'd try to do it and then I talk to them and I got courage to finally one day go to the master swim club and learn to swim. And then that birthed out of me doing triathlons for years, but I had to have the courage to try, right?
and I remember when you said that you were going through grief and you went to the pool because you could cry in the water and no one could tell that you were crying. And also that you said that those people became your, support.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
my
I
swim
think,
family.
yeah,
Mhm.
your swim family, and I think that's something that I think everyone needs. You need people that are there for you in different facets of life.
Yeah,
When
I
I'm
mean,
doing safety checks with
20 years.
clients when
Mhm.
I'm doing safety checks with clients, I'll say, "Okay, you need 1 or 2 people at school. You got someone? Okay. 1 or 2 people in your neighborhood. You got someone? Okay. 1 or 2 people at church." Like, you need people in different realms of life, um, that you can count on. Like, just like even if you're just seeing them and they see you and you feel better, you know, yeah, you never know who you meet, in these different areas, like the master swimmers.
Yeah, you develop friendships I would have never developed if I didn't try the thing. So like when you girls go out and you try the thing, whatever that is, like, you're gonna meet somebody that maybe that's the first time they've been to a painting class or the first time that they've been to
Yeah.
a bar, the bar classes or the Pilates class or whatever that you can kind of connect with and, it's a whole
So
new
what you're
area.
saying is if I go hiking and I get killed by a rattlesnake, at least I'll be surrounded by people who know and love me, my hiking friends.
Hey,
They'll be able to say, "The
they'll
last
be
thing she
there
said
to suck
was."
the venom out of you if you get bit by a rattlesnake. I'd suck the venom out of you, just so you know.
All right. Well, it's been a wonderful day. Thank you for bringing your best always to the podcast. Welcome, everyone. We hope you
Well,
appreciate this and enjoy
welcome to the
this.
prime of your life. It's not all bad,
And we'll
girls. There's some good
and
stuff in here.
we'll be your podcast besties. Come
We
here for
we will.
more
We will.
inspiration and
And you
hope.
can put in the comments, like, things that you've tried that are new, because you might have some ideas for us too, right? Like, of new things that you've tried in this season of life. Yeah, I wanna hear from you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.